Hey everybody, this is Tom from Rockland Web Design, and we're going to continue on with our series on how to use WordPress better. Apologies that I'm not on camera today. I actually left my camera on my laptop upstairs, but honestly, you don't need to see me. You just go on social media and you'll find pictures, video, and everything of me attempting to tell a joke and promoting music festivals and Rockland news and all that stuff. So let's get right into it. The really important reason why you're here. And as if you heard the last um, uh, if you heard the last video that I did introducing our system to our valued customers at Rockland Web, you'll probably get the notion that it's going to be a little bit more of an informal presentation. This is not something that I'm going to deliver at some sort of a networking meeting or a business meeting or anything like that, because it's a different atmosphere. If you're working from home or remotely in an office, you know that when you're working with people that you trust, it's a little bit looser. So, you crack jokes and bullshit a little bit, and that actually creates a better sense of learning. And I know this because I taught over at Rockland Bosse's as a technical trainer from 2001 up until around 2019, 2020. Y'all know why that stopped for a little while. And I've been out of the teaching circuit for about 5 years, refining my business model, not just at Rockland Web Design, but now at rocklandnews.com as well. And, thankfully it's going well, knock on wood. But at the same time, I want to make sure that you have the same tools to be able to enhance your own business model. And one of the cores of that is your website. So let's get right into it, and we'll pick up where we left off. And I'm going to use, as I mentioned last time, I'm going to use our own website as an example, because the shoemaker in this case does have shoes. And he's going to make sure that you also have some really cool shoes. When you walk in the shoes of people that know what's going on, it helps you to get your work done more effectively and more efficiently. And hopefully I can provide the flip side of that coin for you in this meeting. So we're going to head over into the dashboard. I'm going to pause to have a cup of coffee, sip. Ah, just started drinking Rise mushroom coffee. And it's got caffeine in it, so it keeps me sustained, but also it's got like all these mushrooms in it. That shit is expensive though. I have to say that for the record. It's like 30 bucks for like 30 scoops. But hey, we pay $3 for a Starbucks latte, you know, what are you gonna do? All right, so when you get in here, and as we left off last time, the three most important things that you can do on a weekly basis inside of your website is one, write a blog post, two, upload media, images, things like that, and three, process forms. All right, and again, we're going to get into the forms part of this later. Like I mentioned, check out that book from Bill Gates. It's Business at the Speed of Thought. He talks in depth about the importance of having very, very efficient and awesome forms. An example of that would be our own intake form. I'm just going to preview it in another menu, and boom, you type in your name, boom, it brings up other stuff. It's amazing. All right. All right, so what we're going to talk about today, we're just going to keep on heading down the list on the left-hand side. Pages, all right? And pages are actually really, really, really easy. It's basically, and I have to, just go back to WordPress in general, just so you get an understanding of this. WordPress was originally just a blogging platform. Just bring this up. .org. Okay, this is it. This is where it all started, wordpress.org. And if you check out the headlines these days, the founder, Matt Mullenweg, he's actually in a war with another company that's been, taking a little bit too much of his market share. And, he's not happy about that. It's all good, but basically you can learn more over here. Now, this system has been together, I would say probably for about, I want to say about 20 years, but it's probably more like about 15, give or take. Let's find out. Publish, democratize, yada, yada. Oh, I'm wrong. It's 22 years. Okay. So, if you think about it, there's a lot of development that goes behind this thing. But again, it was just a blogging platform. The ability to be able to just learn about different things. If you catch a lot of the other websites out there, news and everything, it's done with a blogging sort of system in place in some way, shape, or form. Now, obviously, over the years, the platform has evolved. Instead of just text, now you have the ability to add buttons, tables, forms, as we mentioned before, and really cool layouts of pages. And today what I'm going to talk about is two things in the page system. And just imagine this building on the whole blogging system, all right? Old school, early, it's just a blogging platform. You're letting the public know about something that's really interesting that's going on inside your company. And again, as I emphasize in lesson 1, and I mean this, do this once a week. You sit down with a cup of coffee for 30 minutes and you write about what's going on in your business. I can't emphasize that enough. It's what's kept us in business for 18 years and counting, being able to inform the public and let them know what's going on. And while you're doing that, you are continually putting your brand, your name, your logo in front of the customer, even for a split second. And as you keep on doing that continually over 52 weeks, believe me, you gain market share, especially if you're listening to this in Rockland County. All right. Let me get not all angry or anything like that. Let's go back to this. I told you it was going to be fun, right? We're going to use a little bit of acting flair and everything. I used to, well, all right, we'll talk about that another time. Anyway, so adding forms, adding buttons, things like that. So let's go back to your WordPress site, all right? And let's simply pick up where we left off and add what used to be a post, okay? Because if we go over to post here, it says add post. You go to add media, it says add media. You go to add forms. Guess what it's going to say? Add new form. We were close. And you go to pages, add page. Do you see a pattern there? All right. That button, anytime that you are going to add a new item onto your website, you're going to push that add post, add page, add whatever button that's there. All right. So we're going to add a page. And if you saw the first lesson looking at the blog post thing, you know that this is a very similar format as in the add post area of your editor, your dashboard. So it comes down to really two things. Once again, the name of the page. And what do we want to add on here? Rockland AI. And we actually bought this domain, and I decided for once, we always used to put all our crap out there, yeah, we're going to do this social media thing. And then, other companies in the area picked up on it. It's like we were training our competitors. You're welcome. This one, we're slow rolling. All right. We actually have some things in the background that we're developing that are going to be very useful. Just an apocalyptic statistic, 40% of all workforce in the world is going to be, those jobs are going to be replaced with AI. Keep that in mind. And that's one of the things that we're doing. We're not just looking to work with the high quality companies out there, but we're also looking to insulate ourselves, as any good business should do. Rockland AI. So I'm pleased to announce Rockland Web Designs post-pandemic newest innovation. Now, this should be a blog post, but I'm writing about this because we actually have a logo for rocklandai.com. We also own rockland.ai, but we're not going to use it for the whole consumer oh yeah, there's AI, because the word AI is overused. The thing is not alive. I'm sorry, but it's very intelligent, and treat it nicely. I'll put it that way. So I'm pleased to announce that Rockland Web Design's post-pandemic newest innovation is ready for private commercial use. An AI chatbot built with all the necessities needed to communicate with your clientele located in Rockland County, New York. System is imbued all characteristics, geography, topography, and demographics. Not demon graphics, demographics, just to be clear. That was a spelling error, not like a spiritual error, for the record. Geography, topography, and demographics of the business and residential populations of this great county which we live. More details in October of 2025. Why October? Because we're still refining it, and I'll give you a little hint. Check out Claude.ai. It is absolutely amazing. That's in addition to ChatGPT, of course, but it's going to be an amazing chatbot, and it will be very useful for our clients. All right, so what we're going to do, and the only difference really between the blogging system and the page system is that there's no specific date attached to the item in question. And the reason why is because it's going to be a page that you're going to edit maybe like once every year or two, if that. But also you can add features to the item. And like I mentioned before, when we were on that other page, there's all sorts of like little features that you can add in the block system that you have in a page. So I'm going to add a form. Remember those forms that we put up before? I'm going to choose a form and promo request form, digital greetings card form, promo request form, request form. And then we're going to publish it. I'm also going to take off the form title, the form description, and we're going to publish it. Now watch what happens. Again, that entire page was created immediately. Now, for those of you that are brand new to the system, it's like, yeah, big deal. I can create a page. I could do that on Shopify. I could do that on Squarespace. I could do that on Wix. And that's absolutely true. However, when you get into the deeper roots of this, it gives you the ability to add a swath of new types of blocks. And that is what differentiates this system from the others until further notice. Let me give you some other examples. I'm going to create 3 columns here. All right, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom, image. I'm going to put an image in each individual one. Boom. Image, upload. Let's do Yabu Fence. They're good supporters. We appreciate you guys. And we're going to use Media Library to get one other thing done. Oh, Meals on Wheels. Boom. They are our charitable recipient for Rockland's Music Fest, and we appreciate you guys very much. Boom. Put that there. All right. Now, is that something that you necessarily need on this page? No. But another very, very important premise of using WordPress is save the page, test it out. Do not, I repeat, do not worry about, oh, is it going to show up on the Googles? Let me tell you something. It will, but nobody's going to see it. That requires search engine optimization. That requires somebody who's going to specifically look for the words Rockland AI in the title. Nobody's doing that right now. they're off to their third email that they got to deal with at 10:05 a.m. or whatever the hell. They're not going to. So speed is so important when you're developing these websites. All right. And that's something for the young guns there, the ones that have the speed to be able to keep up and add really good features for the consumer audience that's looking at these websites. So like over here, we have Accessibility, which is an amazing system that allows people with visual impairments to be able to look at the page. And that is a feature that you can add very easily in WordPress. So it's pretty damn amazing. And that's the end of this lesson. And I hope you get the subtext of what I'm trying to get over to you is that again, just to reiterate what we're doing, we talked about posts, we talked about media, we talked about forms. We're now on to pages, and we're going to head straight down the list here over the next few lessons. But pages are a very, very convenient way of adding new information to your website. And again, the difference between this versus the blog part of your website is there's timestamps for the blogs that ultimately end up in the news, such as Google News and things like that. Okay, the pages are more about the things that people are going to browse around and learn more about your company. All right, and again, you can do it with a variety of features for each individual page. We're employing the block system and we're building a pattern of success that you're going to be able to follow up on over the next 10 lessons. And hopefully they're enjoyable. If they're not, well, turn off the volume. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, that is the conclusion of this lesson. As always, if you need any information, feel free to contact our team. It all starts with a great website, and you can get started now or learn more about us. You could also contact us, rocklandsweb.com/support. We're actually consolidating all that stuff over the years into one concise form over the next several months. And we have 3 customer support representatives, myself, Amir, and Sean, that can handle any request that you ask of us. Until next time, my name is Tom Osa. We appreciate that you're here and talk to you soon. Peace out.